Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa. Welcome to another episode of 30 as Fuck.
If I only could have started from the end. Now I have a house for kids and even a big land. Who knew I'd have only made mistakes that would have been fixed with a slice of cheesecake. Demo Salvatore was my 18 dream, but now the only one I be with is Chandler Bing. Yeah, here I am talking to you since I'm 30 as fuck.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of 30 as Fuck. I'm back! I'm so happy to be here, and I am going to talk about something very serious and that actually pissed me off a little bit and touched me really, really deeply into my soul. And today we're going to talk about feminism. So, first of all, before we move forward with this topic, thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being so patient the past 2 weeks. But I've been working and having like more content for you, and so I needed to take those 2 weeks because this is a sidekick and I try to do it whenever I have time. So I needed to, make some time to create things basically. So, why do I want to talk about feminism? I think the idea came up after all those things that happened about Katy Perry going to space and like everything that it's been said about it. And it pissed me off a little bit because I am going to give you right now two definitions of feminism. The one that Google gives me, so the one that I guess it's the more correct, and the one that I think um like the one that I think it's true to me. Okay. So Google says feminism. What is the true meaning of feminism? It's about respecting diverse women's experiences, identities, knowledge, and strength, and thriving to empower all women to realize their full rights. Then I'm gonna also read to you like what feminism stands for, most of it. So most feminists agree on 5 basic principles: working to increase equality, expanding human choice, eliminating gender stratifications, ending sexual violence, and promoting sexual freedom. Yes. Yes. I'll give you mine. Mine is let women do whatever they want without having to have a discussion about it every fucking time. And I'm actually talking about Katy Perry going to space. So I heard a lot. I heard a lot about like what happened, and other podcasts are talking about it. So if you didn't follow, if you didn't listen, I'm gonna just read to you basically the mission. So what happened is that Katy Perry with other women, they went to space for like 11 minutes, and then they can come back. So but I'm gonna read you the mission overview. The NS-31 flight marked a historic moment as the first all-female crewed space mission since 1963. That it's awesome. Let's say it's awesome. Alongside Perry, were journalist Gail King, pilot and journalist Lawrence Sanchez, aerospace engineer Aisha Bowie, civil rights activist Amanda, I'm gonna say her last name wrong for sure, Nguyen. That if I'm not wrong, she's also an astronaut. And film producer Carrie Flynn. The 11 minutes suborbital journey included a brief period of weightlessness, during which Perry sang "What a Wonderful World" and held up a daisy in honor of her daughter Daisy. Okay, well, this is like the overview. So what it's been said about it? It's been said it was a waste of money. It's been said she's not an astronaut. It's been said it was just a way to show off. It's been said it was bad for the environment. It's been said this is now actually like a feminism thing to do, feminist thing to do, etc., etc., etc. So I'm gonna go through all of them if I can remember the order I just say them. So first of all, The money thing. So a lot of people criticize and says that she could have used her money to do something else, to do something better. And my answer is, what the fuck you care? Is it your money? No. It's her money. The money that she worked for. Okay. She didn't steal it from you. None of them. It's their money. They decided what to do with it. It doesn't make, it's not different from when you decide to buy a t-shirt to when you decide to go on vacation or what to buy on the grocery store. It's your own money. You worked for it and you do whatever you want with it. So this is maybe the thing that pissed me off the most, because again, we are criticizing a woman that used her own money that she made creating, like, with her work, okay, based also on her own life, because she's an artist. So I'm pretty sure that, a lot of things that she did, a lot of songs or whatever, they're based on her life. And here we are criticizing the way she's using them. And I'm like, Arr, I want to bark. I want to bite someone. Really pissed me off. It really pissed me off because I don't hear anyone criticizing any man on the way they're spending their own money. Like, for example, cocaine. I say something. I'm thinking about someone in specific, but I'm not going to do names because, I don't want to criticize the way he's using it. I'm just linking. Prostitutes, buying little weapons, I don't know, alcohol, gambling. I have like a long list. Okay, nobody says anything about the way like a man user is like money, because nobody cares. Nobody has an opinion on it. And you cannot say it's not true, because it is true, okay? It is true. I never heard anyone say, oh my gosh, Leonardo DiCaprio, he is in Saint Tropez using cocaine and with prostitutes. Like, I mean, of course, I don't think that this happened, but like, we never hear anyone talking about any of this, and I'm pretty sure that there's people out there doing it. No, Leonardo, I'm not like I'm using an example. Leonardo, please don't hate me. Like, I don't know what you do in your free time. I'm sure that you have good reason to do whatever you do, and how you spend your money. Anyway, so this is like one of the things that actually pissed me off a little bit the most. Then the second one was the environment situation. Okay, I do understand the environment situation and the environment. I am fully there for environment. Like, I've tried to do in my small everyday life. I'm trying to do my best to not make it worse. I bike to work. I use like the bus instead of the car, like instead of Uber, as much as I can. I am trying to recycle and everything, like all small things. But at the same time, this is not the only issue, guys. We talked about this like, oh my gosh, they destroyed the planet. We have 55 atomic bombs in the world. 55. Do you know how many we need to destroy it? 4.5. So what are we gonna do with all the rest? It's even comical if you think about it. So there's so many other things actually happening about like environment. Like, for example, one of the industry that produce more CO2, it's actually fashion. And people goes to fashion week. People goes and buy clothes. I do too. I try to be aware. I'm trying to buy only the things that I need. I try to go to thrift stores. I try to donate my clothes to one that I don't use. I try to recycle. So it's like, I like, even if we try to do our best, this is one of it. Like, it's one of the most like the industry that produce more basically CO2 and the damage the planet the most. Then what else? I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about, so atomic bomb, fashion industry. What else is going on? that might damage the planet. Maybe all the plastic that we keep using because the multi-million like company as Nestle is, making money out of it. I didn't hear Coca-Cola or any other like trying to change the way they produce like plastic. Yeah, we try to recycle, but we still have like an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So what I'm saying is that, of course, they could have spent the money in a different way. Maybe they could have, like, it's not being like a good decision for the environment. And if this is gonna become something, um, for millionaires, like something easy to do, that will be like damaging the planet even more. I agree. Okay, but at the same time, I don't think that those women are actually responsible for it, because I don't think they create the shuttle. I don't think that they were the engineer behind uh like this mission. Let's talk about it. Who are these people? Maybe we should talk with these people and be like, hey guys, like if you want this to become something like that people can do often, maybe we should figure it out a way to make it less damaging for this planet, and also, oh yes, something that made me laugh, because they went to, of course, uh, uh on a scale, like it says here. One second, I'm gonna reading it. So French media reported that the flight emitted approximately 50 tons of CO2 per passenger, equivalent to 8 years average emission per person. Um, Makes sense. I understand, but at the same time, there's so many things that we're still doing it, and each one of us does every single day to damage this planet, but nobody's talking about it. Um, so instead of like pointing the fingers, it would be nice to be like, okay, maybe that was not good, but I should bike today. I should do something else today. Okay, what else did I say? So the money, we talked about the money. Oh yeah, that she's not an astronaut. Okay, maybe this is the only thing that I actually agree with, because to become an astronaut, you have to, you know, go to school and university and learn a lot of things. She's for sure not an astronaut. Otherwise, I would be a pilot for every time that I took a flight. But at the same time, uh, and maybe that's the only thing that I will be like, oh, okay. At the same time, I don't know the definition of astronaut. Let's see. I'm gonna actually Google it, because it might be just someone that goes to. One second. I'm Google it right now. Well, actually, she might be, because the definition of astronaut is a person who is trained to travel in a spacecraft. She did have to get trained to do this 11 minutes thing. They didn't just put her inside with all the other women and be like, okay, go for it, like, go. She did have some trained to do it. So, of course, she's not like a certain type of astronaut, like someone. But if we look at the definition as it is, I don't know. Let's say if NASA changed the definition. Sorry, I'm just like looking at it. No, that's it. That's the definition. So maybe she's actually an astronaut. Although I personally don't think that um like it could be, but at the same time I don't care. I don't care. Maybe a real like I'm using quotation astronauts that spends a lot of time like, and they're like astronauts, engineers, and all this type of like all that people that worked and studied for so many years. Maybe if they feel that they are offended by this, they can defend themselves or have an opinion on it. But everybody else, no, I don't think they should have an opinion on it, because I don't think that we actually know what an astronaut does. We don't know how much she trained. We don't know any of it. Okay, it wasn't clear. What else it was? Oh yeah, that it wasn't really a feminist type of thing. So women. How many of them? Six women, seven women. Actually not sure. Let me count again. Sorry. Again here on the spot, like doing this with you and for you. Um, so let me count. So one, two, three, four, five, six women. So six women went to all female crew space mission. We said before since 1963. 1963 was 62 years ago. And I feel that this is pretty feminist because it never happened before. It's a step closer for women to have their freedom. We read the feminism like definition before, uh, and it was saying, I'm gonna look for it again. Gosh, I lost it. Oh, gosh, I'm so bad at this. Sorry, guys. It was saying exactly. I'm sorry. I'm doing this in the moment. Okay. I closed the page. Um, it was actually saying, well, all gender having like equal rights and opportunity. But the treaty of feminism is basically, yeah, the belief of full social economy, potential equality for women. It was giving me something else before. We were talking about like, um, uh, be able to, you know, be able to create like um something like create like a moment in time that could be used as an example for women in the future. And this is something that feminism it is. So the first time that women actually started to um, fight for their rights, to equal rights, to make their own decisions, to own their own like bank account and their own like credit card, to be able to do whatever they want with their body. Oh my gosh, don't even let me start what's going on right now in the States and other places in the world. It makes me feel sick because we're still talking about like uh abortion and women's body as if like everybody else's opinion, when it's not. It's her own body. She does whatever she wants with it. And worst case scenario, her doctor will be included in this conversation to try to figure out what's the best decision to make. Nobody else. And I want to be clear about this. It pisses me off when people have so much opinion about it. But yeah, so we said working to increase equality, expanding human choices, eliminating gender stratification, ending sexual violence, and promoting sexual freedom. So, working to increase equality, I think this is could be a like an example because before there are like episode of all male crew going to space and come back, and this time for the first time since 1963 we have another one. Expanding human choice. Oh, she decided what to do with her money. We said this again like already, but like this is the, I don't know, maybe it's the thing that pissed me off the most, that everybody has something to say about what a woman does with her money. Um and eliminating gender stratification. I think we failed on this. We failed because, again, I don't think anyone would have had their like ever had this much to say if there was a crew of men going to space and do this and come back. I bet you to see if any other male millionaire will have done this and came back. I wanna like really. I would like to go back in time, eliminate what happened, do it on a male version, and see, and see, and see. Because we wouldn't have all this discussion about it. So as I said before, my definition of uh feminism, it's let women do whatever they want without having to discuss about it all the time. Really, I hope that one day, maybe this is utopia, but I hope that one day this is gonna be what it's gonna be, because we never get it right. No matter what we do, we never get it right. If we wear something or if we don't wear something, if we say something or if we don't say something, if we use our money in a certain way or if do not use our money in a certain way, if we use our body in a certain way or if we don't use our body in a certain way, maybe I say maybe feminism, it's really just let women do whatever they want without having to have a conversation about it every fucking single time and have an opinion on it. I'm all for freedom of speech. Thank God exists, otherwise I will not be here. And maybe this can sound a little bit controversial because I am telling you my opinion about this situation. But at the same time, like, I believe that it's not always necessary to talk about everything. It's not always necessary to share our opinion about everything. I mean, it's good to have especially like it's good to have conversation. It's good to have like constructive criticism, of course. Like for example, I think that in all this situation, a constructive criticism will be like about the environment, and be like, hey, like I like this is not like we should have a keep an eye on this because then it might be more dangerous, it might cause like certain things, so let's keep an eye on it. I understand, but pointing the finger because they just decided to have this experience when it's as any other experience in this fucking world, it was just like on the public eye, I feel it is like insane and disrespectful against women, towards women. um I also, last thing and then I'm gonna go. I heard a lot of well, a lot of people, but also men. I want to say actually two things. First of all, I was very kind of like, I felt bad when I saw a lot of women talking about it and have an opinion on it, and not just an opinion on it, but criticize like what she did and what they did, but in specific her, and kind of mock her a little bit. I felt very bad because we should, of course, you can have an opinion and you can think that she could have like make different choices, but I think it's like disgusting that like we do not sustain one another, especially during this time. We're still fighting so much to be able to have equal rights, and I don't know. I felt bad when I saw like some videos of women talking bad about her, or journalists like talking about women journalists talking bad about her and all the others. I was like, wow, this is sad. This is sad because they could have like nobody's telling you that you cannot have an opinion on it, but at the same time, you don't have to mock a person. You don't have to uh, make her the bad guy of the story just because you think that she could have like made different decisions. Also, because again, it's her decision. Me personally, too, I would have used the money, I said it before, in a different way. But again, it's not my money, it's her money. And also, I heard a lot of men talking about feminism. I'm smiling because this makes me smile a lot. Talking about feminism and saying that, the choice that she made was a shame, and oh my gosh, for all those women that died to get equal rights and the right to vote and the right to have abortion or this and that. And I'm like, why? Why? She just did something else, something different. I don't understand. Like, me as a feminist, I haven't felt like, uh, what's the word that I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, I haven't felt bad because she did that as a feminist. I didn't feel that she take anything away from me. I didn't think that she took us backwards 20 years. I mean, I no. I feel more that a president of a big country is taking us back 20 years more than her going to space, if you know what I mean. I have very, I don't know, like I'm not going to talk about this because otherwise like I'm going to get pissed more and I want to have a nice day. But anyway, um so yes, I just wanted to share with you my opinion. Usually I don't do this. Usually it's more like an insight type of thing to figure it out, like how to feel better and all those type of things. But 30 years back, it's also this. It's have be able to express my opinion on a situation. And again, I'm not expressing my opinion on her decision. I'm expressing my opinion on everything that happened around it. Um, and it took me a while because I tried to uh, actually think about it, what I wanted to say a little bit more. And also, I thought if it was like, time to say it, if it was right to say it, if it makes sense. And at the end, I was like, yeah, I think I should share this with you. So here we are. I did. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you think about it. I want to know if you agree, if you disagree, to have like a nice conversation. I want to know if we are in this together. I want to know if you think that the definition that I gave of feminism is like something that you feel inside. I just hope that whatever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're gonna be free to make your own decision without everybody judging you all the time. So it's your body, it's your money, it's your mind, it's your like freedom of speech. So do whatever you want, and I wish you the best day. Remember to follow the page Vanessa Di Rossi and 30s Back podcast, and to leave me a comment, to share this video, to subscribe, because this will help me a lot. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and see you next week. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, here I am talking to you since I'm 30 as fuck.